What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for New Year's Eve, December the 31st, 2019. It will be the last free play video of 2019, other than when we go live. It's about 11 a.m. now. We're going to go live. 1:30 will be the start time for the show. I'm going to start the stream a couple of minutes early, and if we get people to start filing in, we'll get started early. A lot to go over. We're going to go over my updated top 25 power rankings for college basketball. We are going to preview the national championship game. We will discuss somewhat of the New Year's Day bowl games and maybe some of the stuff going on tonight. We're not going to get too deep into the New Year's Day bowls, as I have not locked in what games I will actually have on my card. So we'll leave that up to the imagination for now, and we will go over what's going to be happening this Saturday in the NFL as the playoffs start. So we'll be doing that. We'll be doing a contest that people can get entered in that will happen today to be able to get the 70% off Major League Baseball season for 2020, as that deal has ended and will not be coming back. It's a chance for 3 lucky people to win a contest. Only enter, and you can come into the live show either way, but you'll only want to enter if this is something that you are wanting to purchase. As far as the New Year's Day Bookie Buster packages, as my customer Kevin wanted me to call it, we've got 3 things going on, or 4 things technically. The first one is NBA. NBA went 2-2 yesterday. NBA has been absolutely on fire. Maybe a little bit lower volume of plays than what you typically would get from me in major sports, but it's winning day after winning day after winning day. I went back and looked at the average. It's an average of 4 winning days straight before we end up dropping a day. We have only dropped 2 top plays this entire season in the NBA. So it's absolutely on fire. Best record out there. If you want to tune into the live show, I'll be doing a detailed breakdown of the actual numbers and percentages. But you can get the rest of NBA, all of the rest of the regular season, the postseason, the NBA Finals, everything, all premium and daily top plays included for $300. You can get that exact same deal for everyone's favorite right now, which is hockey. Another winning sweep day in hockey. We had 1 premium play, which I gave you for free yesterday on the Pittsburgh Penguins in regulation. I also gave you another play on the puck line, both of those cash. So going 2-0 again in the National Hockey League, hitting over 76% for the year and hitting just under 90% for top plays. I'll be going over a breakdown of that entire record as well. And all my customers will be in this live chat, guys. So you're welcome to ask them anything about what they think about it, what they like, dislike. You're welcome to it. They're there, a lot of these shows. And I can tell you this, they're my best form of marketing. Every time they come in, they'll start asking questions, and then on the back end, they'll end up exchanging phone numbers and emails together because they know they're going to be a part of the family too. And they're the ones that push people over the hump for something long-term because, it is a big investment. But that's why I do these deals, to give people a chance to get on something long-term for what the price would be for a short-term package. That way you can make the money, build the bankroll for a very, very small investment. And then come next year, there'll be no hesitation for you to jump on for something long-term. So you can get that for $300 as well. Same details apply all the way through the Stanley Cup Finals, all premium and daily top plays. And then you have the 1-year all-access pass, which is every play, every sport, every premium, daily top play, futures bet, every lean, NASCAR, every game of the week, game of the month, and game of the year in all sports. Every single thing that is released on my site for 365 days. It is a $19,000 value. We sell it for $4,000. You can get it until midnight for $2,000, 50% off. Or you can get the 3-way Bookie Buster package, which is all of college basketball, NBA, and NHL until someone is champion in each one of them. All premium and daily top plays for $7.99. That is the biggest deal going right now. All of these things that I just mentioned are available until midnight Eastern time. Well, we'll do midnight Pacific time tonight. So that way, even people on the West Coast have until it is the new year to jump on this. So let's jump into a recap from yesterday. It was a losing day yesterday. We got absolutely shafted on 2 games that floored me. But I got to give kudos to the team that beat us on one of these. So in college basketball, it wasn't the worst day. I mean, obviously, we go out there, Oklahoma, we lose it by a bucket. What are you going to say? That one, we'll just chalk it up to a loss and move on. The one that it floored me, but I've got to give kudos to the team that beat us, was North Carolina-Yale. I'm not impressed by Yale. I do think that they're better than some teams give them credit for, but most people have just written North Carolina off. As you see, seniors are stepping up now that Anthony's been out. He's going to be out a few more weeks, and they're going to continue to have to build and gel without him. And the fact that they won yesterday, Roy tied Dean's record for all-time wins. It was great, but I don't think Roy was impressed with the win. I know I certainly wasn't. But what I was impressed by was the game plan that Yale had to not foul. In situations where they should have fouled, instead of giving up an easy bucket, they didn't. And in hindsight, it worked out for them because come towards the end of the game, North Carolina has a 5-point lead. If it was in the bonus, any team out there would have been fouling. But it was going to do nothing for Yale. They would have had to foul, stop the clock, give North Carolina a chance to regroup, draw up another play, and then they would have to turn around and foul again if that was going to be their MO. The fact that they didn't hit the bonus until the last 2 minutes of the game, I think, was the turning point of keeping them in the game the entire time and not giving a chance for North Carolina to run away with it by going to the line every possession, which that's what I was banking on, as you do in just about any situation in basketball, because you know that it's inevitably going to happen. When you talk about a school that's not a power program, they're more prone to fouls. When you're talking, North Carolina's a team that knows how to draw fouls. They know how to draw up plays that are going to accumulate fouls, and Yale did a great job of it. So North Carolina bags the win, but we were a couple of buckets shy of covering it in a game where they went on a 17-2 run. They should have covered it. But what are you going to do? We hit the Texas game yesterday it was fairly easy. Top play yesterday was LA Tech. We had them -7. They absolutely blew the doors off of them, so an easy blowout top play winner. Like I said, we won in NHL yesterday, Pittsburgh, on in a regulation play on the money line. That was an easy winner, and then I also gave the puck line for free. So 2 winners there in the NHL. Split in NBA, winning with an underdog on Minnesota +3. They outright won in overtime. We took care of business with the Bucks. The Heat dropped, which was, who would have saw Matthews going for 28 points last night, not being able to miss a 3 if his life depended on it. That was wild. But, kudos to him. Good job. It was nice to see somebody like that step up, have a presence there to show that Washington can still be competitive at certain points. I didn't expect them to do it against Miami and break the 5-game winning streak, but they did. So it is what it is. We have to take the loss. I think the games that disappointed me the most yesterday, Illinois not being able to make it a competitive game in the second half against Cal, but even more so, letting garbage time points, not stopping third downs with Virginia. Florida was, in my opinion, a true top 10 team for the majority of the year. They didn't play like one last night. Now, that's not taking anything away from Virginia. Virginia's not a bad ball club, guys. I just don't believe that they are a top 15 team. I barely think they're top 25. I do think that Florida is a top 15 team. We'll see where Dan Mullen goes after this, if he accepts an NFL job or what. I think that he should stay at Florida, as I think that he could take that program to heights they haven't been since Urban Meyer. But we'll see. That was the most disappointing loss yesterday in college football. So hit a little slump there in college football, but overall, still a fantastic season. We could lose out every game until the national championship, and we would still be profitable, and that's all that matters. So for all the people that want to take a few losing days and immediately turn their back on you and think that you owe them something when they've been with you since August, and guess what? They're beyond profitable if they followed the system and they played the games and they didn't step out on other stuff that I didn't give them. If they did, that's not my fault. So, but let's jump into a free play. I'm going to take one. I think a lot of people are going to overlook this one and potentially try to take a shot with the points in Cleveland. So we've got Cleveland and Toronto going tonight in Toronto. Raptors laying 9.5. Now, they've got a pretty significant injury on their hands with somebody that more than likely will not start. But even though they're not the deepest team in the East, per starting five, I still believe that that's Philadelphia. The bench, who they can rotate in and out throughout the game, I think Toronto has the deepest bench in the East, and I think that will be – and Toronto, they have guys that can step up. Now, last night, the way Washington had guys step up, that's not normal for them, nor is it something that's going to start happening on a regular basis, I don't believe. With Toronto, it's something that happens night in and night out, and they put away inferior opponents, and Cleveland is one of those. I don't think they're going to overlook the Cavaliers. I don't think that they're going to overlook the fact that they're somewhat shorthanded. And I think the guys that have to step up in situations like this is what they thrive on. It's what they live for. And so this is a team, I mean, this is a game that I broke down two different ways. Obviously, with and without the starting piece that's probably going to be missing, and you were laying anywhere from 12.5 all the way to 15.5, depending on what. So at a minimum, we're about 3 full points off, and that was not even taking home court into it. So we'll give them 2 points for home court. I say we're 5 points off from the spread. I don't like it as a top play. Anytime a team is shorthanded and we are backing them, I tend to not like it as a top play, even though the points may match up to that. But we're going to take it as a premium play. It is on the card. I'm going to lay the 9.5, as I think bigger money will come in on the Raptors later in the day. How big, we don't know. That'll be depending on what happens in games like Boston and Philly and even the Clippers game. So we'll see how those games go. But I do see this game getting above 10. So if you are going to bet it, I certainly wouldn't wait until game time, as then you may not get a line under double digits. But right now we'll take it at 9.5. I do see 1 9 out there. Maybe, no, actually 2 9s out there. So depending on where you bet, if you can get it at 9, absolutely go for it. I got it at 9.5. That's what I'm laying. That's what's on my card. Let's go hammer that play. Get another free premium play in the books. Make sure you tune into the live show. Get involved in the contest. Jump on one of those packages, guys. I can assure you that you will not be disappointed. And I'll tell you this. If any one of these packages were not to turn you profit and you follow the system, which I'll know whether the system's profitable. I mean, it's my games. It's what I'm playing. Everything that I play is what you get. If you don't get it, I didn't play it. So you follow it, you don't turn profit, I'll give you a year for free when it's all said and done. A year all access. And I'm willing to put that guarantee on any one of those, because I know for a fact, I mean, right now, I mean, we'd have to do 3 straight months of losing to not turn profit in the NHL. Damn near the same in NBA. College basketball is still as hot as ever. We've had a couple of bad days in the last week, and I don't even want to call them really bad days where we didn't turn profit, but our top plays are still on fire day in and day out. So make sure you jump on that. Don't miss out. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I will try to get to as many as I can before we go live. Otherwise, I will be answering the remainder of them after I go live. Plays are already posted. I may have some later games involving college football or basketball that I still have yet to post. I'm waiting on a little bit more information. That remains to be seen. I have 1 NHL game already posted. There will be at least 1 more posted once I read a skate around report. So I'll have all that. If you are a member, you'll get an email when those are posted. Otherwise, I'll see you guys live in about 2 hours. Love you guys, and I will see you back in just a bit.